What if the education you trusted prepared you perfectly for the wrong world? What if you spent years mastering the rules of the night, only to discover you were born for the daylight? This is the story of young birds who graduated with honors and had no idea how to live. In a quiet forest, the birds entrusted their chicks to the most respected teacher of all, the owl. She gathered them on a branch during moonless nights and taught them everything she believed mattered. She taught them how to read the stars. She taught them the philosophy of solitude inside a hollow tree. She taught them the laws of the nocturnal forest, how predators think, how silence protects, how darkness reveals truth. She prepared them thoroughly for life in the night, and when the time came, she tested them. They passed. They received their diplomas. "Go," she said proudly. "Live." And then morning came. The owl hurried into her hollow tree as sunlight broke across the sky. The young graduates looked around. There were no stars. There was no darkness. There was no silent forest ruled by shadows. There was only sunlight, wide skies, and endless brightness. And suddenly, they felt completely unprepared, because they were not creatures of the night. They were birds of the day. They flew to the hollow tree and cried out, "You prepared us for darkness, but we live in the light. How are we supposed to survive?" From inside the hollow, half asleep, the owl replied, "Figure it out yourselves." And she returned to her philosophy of solitude. And in that moment, the young birds realized something powerful. No teacher, no matter how wise, can prepare you for a world they do not live in. The owl was not wrong. She simply taught from her own nature. But the birds had a different nature, and now they had to discover it for themselves. Here is the truth. Many of us were educated for a world that no longer exists. We were taught how to follow instructions, not how to think independently. We were taught how to survive in someone else's darkness, not how to thrive in our own light. Education is valuable. Teachers are important. But at some point, you must stop living by borrowed wisdom. You must discover your own sky, because you were not born to master someone else's night. You were born to fly in your own daylight.